Assalamualaikum and a very good morning everyone. So let me start with a question that many of us can relate to. Have you ever said yes to joining a club, helping a friend, or taking on extra assignments even when you were already overwhelmed? I have, and it left me exhausted and stressed. I often feel guilty saying no, but that simple word has the power to protect our mental health, our time, and even our academic performance. Today, I want to persuade you that learning to say no is not a selfish, it is essential. First, we will look at the problems caused by overcommitment. Then, we will explore assertiveness as a practical solution. And finally, we will discuss the benefits of the setting boundaries for our well-being and success. This topic is especially important for university students. Research shows that 68.9% of Malaysian university students experience moderate to high psychological distress. And many also struggle with anxiety and depression due to the academic and social pressures. With challenges like this, learning to say no becomes a necessary survival skill. Before we begin, let me share why this topic is personal for me. I'm not standing here simply because I decided this was an important topic, but I'm speaking about assertiveness because I have lived it. For the past 2 years, I have practiced these techniques in my classes, group projects, and personal relationships. I used to overcommit, feel resentful, and then blame myself for not speaking up. Through trial, feedback, and daily practice, I learned how to express my needs clearly without being aggressive. And the change has been measurable. Less stress, better collaboration, and more honest conversations. That personal journey is why I feel qualified to share what works. Now that we understand why this topic matters, let's look at the real problem many students face. Many Malaysian university students struggle because they simply cannot say no. We say yes out of fear. For example, fear of missing out, fear of disappointing others, and fear of being judged. But the result is a dangerous cycle of overcommitment. This stress is not just in our heads. A study found that 72.7% of students reported anxiety and 60.6% experienced depressions, often caused by academic overload and life pressures. When we take on too much, our mental health declines, our grades drop, and we lost control over our own time. Saying no is not about rejecting others, but it's about protecting ourselves from burnout, maintaining a healthy balance between academics and life. So, if saying no is so important, how do we do it confidently and respectfully? That brings us to the solution. One of the best ways to learn how to say no is by practicing assertiveness. Assertiveness means expressing your needs, opinions, and boundaries confidently and respectfully without guilt, aggression, or fear. Here are 3 practical steps. Step 1. Use I statements. This helps express feelings without blaming others. For example, I feel overwhelmed when deadlines are unclear. Step 2. Practice saying no politely. You don't have to be rude. You can say like, I appreciate your trust, but I can't take on more tasks right now. Step 3. Set clear boundaries. State what you can and cannot do. This helps others understand your limits and respect your time. A 2025 review from Heartwise Support highlights that assertiveness helps reduce anxiety, improve emotional regulation, and prevents burnouts by helping people set healthy boundaries. Studies by Mohahigi 2022 and Parmaksif 2029 also found that assertiveness training improves self-esteem and academic adjustment among university students. These skills empower us to take control of our schedules and avoid unnecessary stress. Once we learn to say no, the benefits extend far beyond reducing stress. Learning to say no brings long-term benefits for both mental health and academic performance. When we set healthy boundaries, actually we can take control of our schedules, we can reduce emotional strain, we prevent burnout, we make time for rest, and we study with better focus. A 2023 study found that stress significantly affects academic performance among Malaysian university students and can even lead to dropout when coping strategies are lacking. Another 2024 study revealed that psychological distress is strongly linked to poor academic outcomes and effective stress management, such as boundary setting, that can break this negative cycle. A healthy mind creates better focus, memory, motivation, and productivity. So saying no isn't a weakness. It's a powerful act of self-care and a smart strategy for a long-term success. Now, let's bring everything together. Today, we explore why learning to say no is so important. We talk about how overcommitment harms our mental health, how assertiveness can help us communicate our needs, and how setting boundaries improve both our well-being and academic performance. So, here is my challenge to you. Start practicing the power of no, not as a rejection, but as self-care. Steve Jobs once said, focusing is about saying no. So, the next time you feel pressure to say yes, pause, think about your priorities, think about your well-being, and think about your future. And give yourself permission to say no when you need to. That's all from me. Thank you.